So, Asta just got the weirdest pep talk of his life, and you're thinking, okay, cool, new mentor just dropped. But the first thing this guy does isn't a training montage. It's to introduce Asta to his pet demon, and then admit he absolutely despises the man they're supposed to be saving. All right, so lock in. We're outside this gothic-looking building, full moon out, the whole 9 yards. Asta is just staring up, completely mind-blown at this new dude perched on a ledge like he's Batman. His brain is just short-circuiting, thinking, the Black Bull's vice captain? The way to use the devil's power? The mysterious man, Nacht, is just chilling up there, looking down all cool. But he's not alone. On his shoulder is this little gremlin-looking devil, sharp teeth, wings, the whole package. And this little dude just leans forward and is like, Sir Nacht, who is this small kid? Asta just lets out a silent gasp. Bro did not expect the accessories to talk back. Therefore, from this weird shadow dimension, Nacht just roasts his own devil. He's like, Gimodelo, I'm sorry, but you are a lot smaller than him. And the devil, Gimodelo, just cackles like a hyena. Ha ha ha, please stop that. This is just a temporary form. My guy is talking about his temporary form like he's Frieza. Asta's face is pure, uncut shock. Sweat is just pouring off him as he's internally screaming, that is a devil? He is talking to a devil casually? My boy is having a full-on system error right now. Nacht just raises a finger, like, you are correct, sir. Correct, he says, cool as a cucumber. Gimodelo just keeps laughing, ha 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 ha. Then Nacht drops the bomb. This is my devil, Gimodelo. And Asta is just like, you're also devil-possessed? But before Asta can even process that, the camera pans down to Nacht's grimoire, and it has the Black Bull logo right there on the cover. He's got the receipts. Asta is still just sweating buckets, completely lost. He finally yells up, you're really a Black Bull? Other than that, a vice captain? We get this quick flashback of a younger Nacht with some insane shadow arms facing off against Yami. And in the present, Nacht just confirms it. Yeah, he says, Yami just decided as he pleased, though. Asta just whispers, Captain Yami. But Nacht just keeps explaining. It can't be helped, even if you guys didn't know. I've never been to the hideout since my first visit. Gimodelo tries to get a word in, but Asta just cuts him off, demanding, why is that? And Nacht, with this little creepy smile, just drops the most unhinged HR complaint I have ever heard. Because I hate Yami. Asta just jolts. My guy was not ready for that level of honesty. The camera pulls back to the moonlit rooftops as Nacht keeps talking. However, frustratingly, people like that are persistent. There's some time left till Yami dies. Asta is just freaking out. How? How can you know those things? Therefore, Nacht turns his head, profile looking like a final boss, and reveals the source of his intel. Until now, I was infiltrating the Spade Kingdom. Bro, Asta is just completely frozen. His brain has left the chat. We just get a full panel of his stunned face, eye wide, as the weight of that sentence just hits him like a freight train. My guy wasn't just on the sidelines. He was playing a completely different game deep in enemy territory. He's basically like, look, I don't know you from a can of paint, and I'm not sure I can trust you yet, but you can just feel the desperation. And he just leans in, full-on begging. Right now, you're the only person I can depend on. I'm begging you, teach me how to use the devil's power. My guy is at rock bottom, and he is not too proud to ask for help. And Nacht is just standing there, looking down with this little smirk, like he's seen this movie before. He's like, I like your honesty. I like that kind of person. Therefore, for a split second, you think this is going to be a wholesome mentor moment. Asta's just like, oh, thanks. But then, Nacht, with the kindest, most pleasant smile on his face, delivers the most savage character assessment in history. He just casually says, but judging from your movements and behavior, I don't sense any talent, though. Asta's soul just left his body. We get an off-panel which is the universal sound for getting verbally no-diffed. This man is the Simon Cowell of devil training. Still reeling from that emotional damage, Asta tries to rally, yelling, then immediately! But Nacht isn't having it. No, he says, and then does the most disrespectful thing possible and just boops Asta on the nose to shut him up. My guy just got put in time out by the new boss. First, let's have some rest properly. And Asta is just staring back, mind completely blown, screaming, what? The scene cuts to the rooftops, and Nacht just keeps going. I have a place that I'd like to go with you tomorrow, too. Rest well for today. But Asta is losing his mind. I can't sleep in a situation like this. And Nacht just hits him with the coldest line imaginable. I hate a person who acts like a baby. Absolute cinema. So the next day dawns. We get this gorgeous, wide-open shot of the entire royal capital, looking massive under the morning sun. But they're not going to some back alley training spot. Oh no. We get this insane, low-angle shot of a massive, official-looking building. This is the Magic Knight headquarters. Whatever Nacht has planned, he's about to do it in the most public, high-stakes place possible. This isn't a training arc. This is an intervention. All right. You know that one group project where the two smartest people are gone and everyone left just starts arguing about the font on the title slide? But imagine that group project is saving the entire world. And get this, the new guy who walks in isn't a substitute teacher. He's the secret vice captain who literally hates everyone in the room. So, lock in. We are in the Magic Knight headquarters. This is the Hall of Justice, the big leagues. And all the captains are assembled. Nozel, Charlotte, Fugaleon, Jack the Ripper, everybody. Even Yuno is there, looking like he just saw a ghost. And at the head of the table, looking like a disappointed dad, is the Wizard King himself, Julius Novachrono. The meeting starts, and Yuno is basically giving the PowerPoint presentation of pain. He's like, so yeah, they need Yami and Vangeance to open a portal to hell. My bad. And Rill is on the side just absolutely losing his mind. You don't say! To think that those two were abducted! Bro, we know. Try to keep up. Then we get Charlotte, who's putting on her best I'm not impressed face. She's like, pathetic men letting their guard down. My girl is having a full-blown meltdown. Her brain is just screaming, no, Yami, no way! Is he alive? I still haven't gotten to say that I like him. Yuno, bless his heart, just admits they got absolutely washed. He's like, the Dark Triad has power that overwhelms a captain, and he wasn't even at his full power yet. My guy is just reporting the L. Therefore, Jack the Ripper, who is the human equivalent of a Monster energy drink, starts running his mouth. He leans in with this psycho grin and is like, you sure you're not just overestimating because you're scared, almost dead vice captain? The disrespect is insane. Fuegoleon, the only adult in the room, is like, stop it, Jack. But then, Dorothy just wakes up from a full-on nap, snot bubble and all, just to say, nah, the world's probably already connected to hell. We're cooked. And then just goes back to sleep. Peak performance. The whole room starts spiraling because they have zero intel. Kaiser's like, we don't know their condition. And Rill is like, is it because they're already dead? Charlotte whips her head around so fast I'm surprised she didn't get whiplash. Don't speak with such baseless speculation. Jack, of course, just twists the knife. Ka, you can't say anything without speculating, because we don't know anything. And Charlotte is just fuming. Therefore, Jack just gets up to leave. This is ridiculous. I'm going back. But Nozel stands up and is like, you aren't planning to attack the Spade Kingdom, are you? And Jack just snaps. Huh? And even if I did, it has nothing to do with you guys. I also want to go help Yami. I also want to finish that foolish man with my own hands. Bro, the whole room is about to turn into the Royal Rumble. You can see the fire magic literally coiling around Fugaleon's hand. He stands up, arm blazing, and just bellows, "That's enough!" And Rill is just clutching his head, having a full-on existential crisis. Why is the meeting a mess without Yami, who is usually the messmaker? Meanwhile, Julius is just watching this dumpster fire unfold with the calm expression of a man who has seen it all. But just as the fists are about to fly, a new voice cuts through the noise from the shadows. It's good that the desire seems to be enough. Everyone turns, and standing there in the light is our boy, Asta, bent over and giving the most awkward wave of all time, like, hello? And behind him is Nacht, who looks at this room full of the most powerful mages in the kingdom, and with the coldest expression I have ever seen, interrupts Asta to say, I hate people who can't even hold meetings properly. Rill is just thinking, this man is brave. Then Nacht just looks down on all of them, the literal avengers of this universe, and says, can you be quiet for a while, captains?